Hi everyone, my name's Stephen Hick, and I've got a very simple talk for you today. I'm going to offer you two questions that can help you kind of loosen your attachment to the egoic mind and this illusory separate self. And the two questions are, on whose behalf do thoughts arise, and am I aware? And you can practice both these questions throughout the day. Now, I want to describe a little bit about each of those questions and the process for practicing them. So question one, on whose behalf do thoughts arise? Whenever there's a thought that arises in your mind, you can pose this question, on whose behalf did this thought arise? There are really only two options. The thought either arose on behalf of the illusory separate self, or the thought arose on behalf of your true essence. So if it's number one, and the thoughts simply arising based on an illusory, limited, finite, separate self, you can ask the question, is there actually this self present? Is it an illusion? Is it an illusory separate self? And as you kind of pose that question and see that, oh, this is just arising spontaneously without my consent, probably based on genetics, conditioning, whatever, all these external factors. And it's based on an illusory separate self. And as you start to see that there's all so many thoughts that arise on behalf of the separate self, they start to diminish, start to decrease in their number. Now, this doesn't mean that all your thoughts will stop. Of course, there will still be, practical, useful, creative thoughts that arise, and you can engage with those thoughts as you move through the world. But what's disappeared is the 90% of your thoughts that recreate and fabricate this limited, illusory, separate self. So try that throughout the day, just responding to thoughts in this way and asking that very simple question. Question two is, am I aware? Punctuating your day with this question, whether it be when you get up in the morning, before you go to bed, as you eat your meals throughout the day, you go through your work life, and so on. Just asking the question, am I aware? Am I aware? This will help you get in touch with the pure consciousness or awareness that is always present, but is often overlooked or clouded over by the busyness of our day, by the busyness of our minds. So it's just a kind of way of stepping back and seeing and touching into the pure awareness that's always there. We can begin to camp there, take up residence there, kind of like a refuge, to live there rather than in the endless chatter of the mind. And in this way, we become more tuned into who we actually are, rather than the mind chatter that represents the illusory separate self. So asking those two questions throughout the day can be very helpful. Just two questions, and I invite you to do it for 30 days. Just do this practice, asking those two questions for 30 days, and see what happens. Not without any expectation for an outcome, but just see what happens. And let me know in the comments what happens for you when you practice those two questions for just 30 days. Thank you for your attention, and please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate these subscriptions as I'm trying to get the numbers up on the channel. And hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and take care and see you soon. Bye for now.